Hey everybody, and welcome back to South Island Farm. Are just getting some riding done this morning, trying to maximize our horse value. Got a helper over there harvesting some soybeans. They came due. Went ahead and started harvesting those, or I think maybe they were due when we were last on. Kind of forget, but went ahead and sold all our crop. Made a decent amount of money. Paid the loan down just a little bit. Let's take a look at that. We're paid down to $340,000. But what I did notice was we are getting killed on leasing, and our interest is only $3,000. So, thinking it would be in our best interest at this point to basically switch over and instead of paying down the loan, basically look at swapping out leased equipment with bought equipment, because that seems to be where the majority of our money is going at this point in time. Hey, Resnick, Darren, Donut Animations, how you doing? And Awesome Gamer, what's up?
It's probably your tractor hours.
Well, yeah, that and the harvester. Those are the big ones. Seems like all I'm ever doing is either field work or harvesting. And we are at 5 minutes. Go back here. Brush you down. There we are. So I did confirm that some interesting reason we don't have paintable grass. Painted this little area right here, and you can see we don't have grass on it.
Wonder why.
I wonder if it's a typo.
I'm sure he'll look at
Run
it.
back up here and let's get our tractor. Hey GTX, what's up? There we go. Yeah, well, he thought he had it enabled because this map came from basically the map that he built Emerald Coast off of, and he had it in there. At least he thought he had it in there. What is our good money maker? Let's go. Prices. Oats, cola, sunflowers, soybeans. No. Can't store wheat or barley. I don't even want to look at that because we can't store it. Let's do oats. Let's do oats again. This time we're going to remember, and we're not going to fertilize the field first. We're not going to waste fertilization. Get this going. Saw your update, GTX, but I haven't had a chance to fully read it. Looks like that is related to the single fill type discussion that was going on. Hey, Sinuk, what's up? Jacer, how's everybody doing today? 2 days before the American July 4th holiday. I don't know about you guys, but tomorrow is my Friday at my day job. We have 4th and the 5th off. So that is a 4-day weekend. Gotta love those. Hey, Renee, what's up? I saw the fifth wheel mod come out. We're going to be talking about that on the weekend roundup on Friday. I like the fact that it is a pickup versus a fifth wheel that you add to existing trucks. Because the fifth wheel on the Farm Sim 17 little truck, that just made no sense. So I like that it's a dually. It's permanently fixed. Now, what I am curious about from the PC folks that may have tried it is that in 17, that fifth wheel and the trailer were specific to each other. Meaning that I don't think you could connect other fifth wheel trailers to a truck that had that Black Sheep modding fifth wheel attacher. So it'd be interesting to try that and see if that holds true or not for this one, or if it's just using a standard attacher joint. No, whatever you call it. Test it out, you can, Sinnook. It's cool with me. Empty that guy here in a little bit. This something that we are going to try out tonight. Once I need to fill this seeder with seed, I'm going to try the new store deliveries mod. It is for PC only because it is a script. But it appears to basically do some magicry to basically allow you to get your vehicles or store items delivered to your specific location. That looks pretty cool. Give that a try. Although I think I found something already that's a little not right with it. In that one of the keystrokes, well, S is a keystroke, and S is default bound to back up. So it doesn't seem to work for me when I try it, because it basically just wants to back up. There you go. Fair bit of our other field is ready to go too, but it is kind of in that weird state of different growth states. Head off. Back to this. But Darren, I did update, I updated unit convert, but I don't see what's different. I don't know what's different between the old unit convert and this one. It looks like it's the same. These are the same. This is the same. And my luck would have it, he's probably just updated it again. And other great news. We have just 4 days. 4 days, right? 3rd, 4th, 5th. 4 days until the mod contest deadline. It's so close you can almost taste it. Hey, Will. I confirmed. I confirmed what Nostalgic Farmer was saying about not painting grass. Tried to paint a little grass and nothing happened. Well, nothing happened. I got the grass ground layer, but not the actual grass growth. Deadline tastes sour. Like one of those super sour gummies. I did put the environment file in, and I didn't get any light switch effect this morning. Do I have wear on the cedar in HUD? Well, yeah, everything that's over here in the lower right is the sower at 100%. That is that's enhanced vehicle. And I did notice something. If I hit G, at the bottom I see the hours, 4.9 or 23.5. I don't know if that's always been like that, or if that's part of enhanced or part of unit convert. Because when I first got in this, it said 4.9 hours, and I'm like, well, I know I have more than that on it. And I hit G, and then it jumped up to 23.6. But the little square up there that says sower 100%, tractor 60, that is that's enhanced vehicles information there. I hire you off here and do the harvester. Oops. Wrong button. Okay. So it's the fact that I can hit G. The hours are the same, but you can see the wear gauge going up and down. Okay, so like a PC game trailer? Or do you mean like a semi-trailer? And they may have used a specific attacher joint again. Hey, David. Saw your comment about Trading McTrade School. That is going to be the name of the trade school. Now, I've recorded a bit of videos in advance, so it's going to be a while before Trading McTrade School gets renamed. I thought it was funny. What I need to do is I need to figure out an end game for the town of Riverdale. Report. What is it? Riverdale? Is that the name I called it? All right, let's go try this fancy new mod. So we don't have to run back to the store constantly. Because I don't have front loader arms. I can't buy a pallet at the store and basically have it, you pick it up and bring it back. I didn't see your trophy for all comment. Where was that at? Hey Don B, what's up? Alright, so let's try out this new thing. So this store deliveries mod, looking at it says a delivery charge of 2.5% per item cost is applied to your purchase. So left shift, left alt. It's a marker. Okay, that's where stuff is going to spawn. But the option of left shift, left alt, S sets the location, a sound will play, and the marker will flash once. So left shift, left alt, S. Well, that just walks me backwards because that's what S is. And then left shift, left alt, R basically resets that back to the store. So now that we've set it, let's go ahead and let's get ourselves a pallet seed. I heard a special noise. There's my seed, and it cost me $47 to get it delivered to my farm. Nice. But $47 is worth it. But given the fact that I have to make so many trips down to the store to get the seed, it's going to save me a little bit of time. No Sin Nuke, that is a PC only mod. Came out today in the mod hub. Oh, we're good for a little bit. I think we're good for a little bit. But thanks for the warning on the fuel. Well, it's racketeering, Will. It's racketeering. They know they have a monopoly. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to call someone else to have it delivered? They know I really don't have a choice. Because I don't have any way of transporting the seed back to the farm.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
How are you guys tonight?
Doing fine. Saw that triple wheeled East driving earlier.
Uh-huh.
What was that? Was that a like a case?
Yes, that was a Case Magnum 335.
Just getting in some stuff, just working up some ground.
Working some ground that we harvested weed off of after the boss had burned it.
Burn it. Oh,
Yep.
you
Burnt the wheat stubble.
burnt the stubble. What do they do that for?
He wanted to try and get let the sunlight get down to the wind to be able to get to the dirt, because to let it dry out.
Because I was watching a lonely farmer guy doing some straw contract down in Northern Carolina. So I was talking to some folks down there where they burn the fields after they bring the wheat off. Never heard of that. Nathaniel, that will be in the weekend roundup on the weekend, since it came out in the Mod Hub. Cover all the mods that were released during the week from the Giants Mod Hub on Saturday in the weekend roundup. Are you then? I guess it's is it a little late to follow up with any other crops this year?
No, he's trying to get the ground dragon plant, soybeans.
Around here, it's supposed to be super hot through the weekend, I think. Pretty much dry out anything. But where you're at, if it's going to be like that or not. This GTX, is that a case of giving one thing and then next thing you know they want something so much more? Oh, if you could do that, then maybe we could also do this.
I posted a couple more pictures and screenshot. Machine I was using, pulling behind the tractor, it doesn't chew the ground up a lot, but it works it up a little bit. Kind of helps smooth out some of the stuff.
Check those out later. Now, I think these are soybeans also. Look like them. They look like beans. Hey Alex, oh the old guy farmer single player challenge from Farm Sim 17. That was when Seasons first came out. That was definitely a learning experience. Maybe we'll come up with something similar when 19 comes out. Talk about basically being thrown to the wolves, having no game experience on Seasons, basically learning it trial by fire. I will say that the strategy that I employed could not be reproduced with the current version of Seasons for 17 because they really tanked price of silage bales. Basically made silage bales completely unprofitable to sell. If there was only one reason to make silage bales, and that would be to feed them. Because a silage bale that was 4,000 liters in capacity, if you sold it, you would probably only make about $300. But if you sold loose silage of the same volume, you would make, 3 to 4 times as much.
What are you harvesting there, Farmer Klein?
Well, we got beans in this field. Beans that it looks to be a little weed-ridden. I haven't played without growth control for so long that base game weeds just grow too quick. It's hard to keep up with.
Uh-huh.
Because growth control that I set up basically had weeds growing like every 50 hours or something. And it was a whole lot easier to keep up with. Since we're talking about seasons, I'll be excited when 19 Seasons comes out, because it looks like they've completely changed the weed thing to where you don't have an infestation, you have patches. So that's what the picture looked like. They showed early on. They showed like a splotchy field as opposed to complete and utter coverage.
Yeah. I'll be right back, guys.
I don't know, Will. Guess we'll have to figure that out. Spin her around. "19 beacons." Oh, that's funny. So I hear Jacer is really liking the Washoe, Nevada map. I had a guy comment that like 1 something, 2 something in the morning every day. I mean, it assumes you don't sleep at night, but at some time in the middle of the night, like the sky above you lights up. There's a UFO above you. Maybe like, what is that, Alien Encounters? What's that movie? Try not sleeping through the night. Somebody left a comment. At some point in the middle of the night, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, somewhere around that, between 1 and 2, I think the entire night, not the entire sky, but I think the sky directly above you lights up. Yeah, close encounters with the big UFO that just hovers over you. And you had cows. If cows would just periodically just kind of levitate up into the sky. Guy has too much fun. It's Battle for Los Angeles. Is that another Alien movie? Alright, we're gonna need to go do some maintenance on our header. Because 4 miles per hour is not going to cut it. Go. Watch your display, then we'll know when we're empty. About full there too. Alright, now we start the long, slow drive. Over to the barn. Hey, old man 102, what's up? Has anyone found anything good on the Steam sale? Anything worth checking out? Hey, Wiki Farms? Confirmed. Oh, in the interesting news this week, maybe I mentioned it last stream. Maybe it wasn't known last stream. Honestly, I don't even remember when last stream was. But Radkin has confirmed that Seasons will be out before 2020. So within the next 6 months. We now have a time frame. Uh-oh. Barbecue Farms. Mess around with game files to manipulate the scenario. What? What do you think of Farm Manager, David? Oh, okay, yeah, that's easy. So there's two ways of going about that. There's the easy way, and then there's the less easy but not so hard way either. So the easy way would be to just go in, start the game, sell everything, save the file, save the game, open up your save game folder, open up the file called farms.xml. There'll only be one entry because it's single player. Find the line or the segment that says money or bank account, whichever it says. Then there will be an equals quote and then your bank balance. Just make the bank balance 0. If you want to make it 0, make it $100, $10,000, whatever you want. And then save that, and then boot the game up, and you'll have whatever money you set. The other way is what Will's saying to do, is open up the map, look for the starting vehicles.xml, and either delete it or delete all the contents and basically put an empty file there. One way is super easy because you're not having to manipulate the map. The other way is manipulate the map. And if it is a Mod Hub map, so if it's from the Giants Mod Hub, and you're the kind of person that is a little OCD around Giants telling you you have to update a mod, then editing the map, you're going to get annoyed because Giants at that point is going to tell you that the map needs to be updated constantly because the map is now different.
What you got Raznak doing?
Oh, he's just chillaxing.
It's kind of like me, huh?
Yeah, he's just chillaxing. So if you don't care if Giants is always telling you that your map needs updated, then you just update the map. Make it impossible to take out a loan. Huh. I don't know of a way to do that. I'm sure a scripting wizard, also known as a pinball wizard, could do it.
That little delivery mod on the Mod Hub.
Yeah, that's store deliveries. It's pretty sweet. I don't think there's a way to... Well, yeah, there's a way to reset it. So, left shift, left on will put a big marker on the screen showing you where things will pop in. And set the location, like I set that location back there. So even though I was looking a different spot, it spawned. So now anything I order will always spawn where that pallet spawned.
Ah, okay.
But if I do left shift, left alt R, I can reset it back to the shop. Like, change the spawn point back. Not that I know of. That's not saying that there isn't. I never ran across the condition where I wanted to do that, so I never really looked into it. That's a good point, Will. Just grab the starting vehicles out of this one, which is blank, and then just copy that onto any map that you want. Now, I assume is the starting vehicles always in the root of the zip, or can the map maker go and put it somewhere else? Oh, well. I mean, you could just be disciplined and not take out a loan. I was thinking more of preparing a map or preparing something for like a team challenge or an individual challenge or something. Well, Don, I mean, if you're going to get a tractor delivered to your farm, you're going to have to bring it in on a big flatbed with either a semi or a big truck. So there's got to be some sort of fee for that, right? If you buy a $200,000 piece of equipment, it's a $4,000 delivery charge. Now, what would be nice if in the shop it added like delivery, because you don't have a way of basically not getting it delivered. I think once you activate the mod, it would be nice if you had a way of picking and choosing. This item I'm going to go to the shop and pick up. This item I'd like to have delivered. Doesn't appear to let you do that. I think knowing up front what the delivery charge was, where you didn't have to manually calculate it. Yeah, maybe in 2.0. I don't even know who. Let's see, who's the guy that did it? Viper GT96. Thanks for the sub, Mike. Far edge of the map. Let's get some rain. Let's get this. See what we can harvest in before the rain. Because when the rain sets in, inevitably it's going to be raining the rest of the day. You should get it from the Farm Sim Mod Hub. Here's the link. Well, Darren, what makes this interesting is it's kind of dynamic. It's a dynamic reset point. If I wanted it over here, I could just do left shift, left alt R to reset it back, left shift, left R S. So now it's set over here. If I buy something, it's going to spawn over here now. I probably won't have a need to buy anything for the rest of the stream. And I'll probably forget next time I buy something, it'll show up over here. You can get it from the in-game mod hub too. I find the in-game mod hub difficult to find things in. I always download things from the Giants website and put them in the mod folder as opposed to trying to get it from the in-game mod hub. That's right, you could. If you needed seed, you can get it delivered right to the field side. And no wiki that is a map option, because we've seen map authors set custom farmer names. I don't know where that's done. Maybe it will, or GTX knows. Maybe Darren knows. Hey, Craig. Looks like the header wears twice as fast as the harvester. Let's see where we stand on fertilizing. It needs weeded, but it's too far growth now for me to be able to weed it. Daggone it. Oh, 100%. Yeah, I'd almost turn weeds off if I didn't think it would be cheating the challenge. Don, if it's like the ground where I grew up, there would be no end to rock picking. That ground grew rocks. Indeed, maybe that is where rock garden derived from. So who else is enjoying the map? I saw some folks over in the Discord are wanting to do a long-term beef cattle farm here on the island and a multiplayer. That ought to be interesting. wonder what the yield on this would be without weeds. Got a weeder. It just seems that I can never find the weeds in the right growth state. I didn't think it was, because I'd have to buy a sprayer, then I'd have to buy a herbicide, whereas I could just lease the weeder. The weeder was cheaper than the sprayer, I'm pretty sure. I don't have a tractor with narrow tires, so I can't just drive over the crop. Since I've leased the tractor, I can't just change out the tires without returning the tractor and leasing it all over again. So it's kind of being in the state that I'm in. If I had gotten the tractor with narrows, then I could got a sprayer, but that would have cost more to do the spraying. If I owned the tractor, then I could just switch tires whenever I wanted to. The upper B's emptied again. I mean, I've been trying to play at 5x best I can. So that means that sometimes growth happens, man, I can't really get to it. Because my only tractor is busy doing something else. Trying to flip a field. So we just have weed infestations. I mean, so much of the island is just flowered out weeds. Seeds just have to be floating all over the place. It's going to be impossible to keep the weeds down. Now what is interesting is the grass field doesn't have weeds growing in it. There's been some folks talk that weed growth has changed in after 1.4. And then after 1.4, we don't see weeds growing in stubble. So in a harvested fields, we don't see weeds growing anymore. And we don't see weeds growing in grass at all. Once it's been mowed, you never see weeds come back in grass. And I have to say my experience on this map kind of backs that up after 1.4. Two. What? Oh no, I ran out of fuel. What am I going to do? Out of fuel. What am I going to do? I think they put something in where if you reset the tractor, you get some fuel. I'll try that. Was it Alex who told me to buy fuel? He told me to buy fuel and I forget. Should have heeded their warning. Oh wait. Oh, it was ATS that did the emergency fuel thing. It wasn't Farm Sim, it was ATS. Let's reset the tractor and see what happens. Alright, David, catch you later. Well, Don, that was a bug. That was fixed in like 1.3 or 1.2. That was not intended, apparently. go. Reset. Oh, look, there it is over there. Remember we set the store point. I charged me $94 in fuel. Oh, look, I got fuel. I got emergency fuel. There we go. Now we can drive all the way across the map to get fuel. Oh, I didn't see a delivery charge. I just saw fuel. See what our finances say. See, fuel cost $95. Other is $0. Wage payment. Fertilizer cost. Seed cost. Construction cost was $48. I guess it's showing up as construction cost. I thought we got charged $48 for the first pallet. Here's my charge when I bought the fertilizer. Alright, let's go get fuel. Though I did just get a whopping... My bank balance is down to $4,000. Where'd all that money go? Maybe I turned an hour on the harvester. That's why I need to get some of this leased equipment out of here. It does. That's why I was trying to, I wanted to make sure I got all that harvested. But when it did rain, didn't risk it raining so long that we ended up losing crop. So I've had it rain for 24 game hours before, which was like 3 growth transitions. And as a result, I had a field that was just ready to be harvested. It was in the first harvest state. And then by the time it got done raining, the whole field was withered. I basically had no chance at getting it harvested. Go. the weed crop. I could make a killing harvesting wheat seed. We call it wildflowers. The hippie New Agers will love it. Oh, hey DB, what's up? Missed the excitement. We ran the tractor dry. Heard what happens when you run it completely empty of fuel. Send you off. Yeah, see, we got 9 hours. We hit an hour cross on our harvester. That's where my money went. Ah, Don, that'd be a good idea. Then it's like a tow. Then, like, you got a tow job to the gas station. So driving this all the way up there. Probably by the time the stream ends, it'll be ready to harvest. There's our weeder. Might as well get rid of it. As often as I end up being able to use it. Hey Morpheus, what's up? Oh, we're just here on South Island. Continuing the grind. So we just crossed the 2-hour mark on this truck also, so that would have been a lease hit. Okay. leave the truck down here. So I'm going to sell these soybeans tonight. Let's see what we have leased. So we got the tractor, the truck, the harvester, mower, the trailer, the header, fertilizer spreader, the weeder, all those headers, this Ford wagon, and the water trailer. So we've got a lot of stuff leased. That's where our money's going at the moment. Need to, as we earn money now, look at trading things in to then lower our overall daily lease expenditures. Down the cedar here. Stay further out. Yep. We're done. So maybe I should. Maybe we should plant a corn maze, and then we could charge admission. Come to the island and travel the corn maze. Then we could put people in the maze to fleece the folks doing the maze. We can get money. Well, maybe we are Johnny Depp. We did wash up, but now we're farming. I wonder if we should put all our oats in a basket and just plant oats everywhere. Our luck, the oat economy would just fall out from underneath us before we had a chance to reap the rewards. It's a new pirate. It's the Pirate of Plaid. It's the Glad Pirate. No, that was from the harvest. That wasn't where we didn't seed. What chaser? I don't know. This is a mod tractor, so those sounds don't count. I don't know. I don't know if it uses more seed or not. This thing goes through seed quick anyway because it doesn't hold a lot. The sounds never really bothered me. I didn't really get all bent out of shape. This was a fairly nice sized area. You can see we're 58% done and we have 284 liters. So I think this seeder only holds 500. We'll repair the seeder when we're done here. Then we'll see if the seed goes down as fast. Look up there in the upper left. It goes 224, 223, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. It's about every second it ticks down one. Yeah, when it just cut off. course, in order to do this, we would have to plant oats again because each crop has its own seed rate. Go. Chips off. Improve that a little bit. Alright, let's go repair this. Then we'll see over there on that field what the usage rate is. Remember, it was about 1 every second, 1 liter. There. Alright, so now we are fully repaired on our seeder. Let's go see what our seed rate is looking like. Alright, so 60, 59, 58, 7, 6, 5, 4, same rate. Definitely not using seed any slower. Now, I don't know if I was seeding at 10 miles an hour on the other side. May have been seeding slower. It's going down at the same approximate rate. At least for this seeder. wear did not affect usage. But like I said, I wasn't really paying attention to how fast we were going. Okay, so I was going a little slower. The question is, was it worth $300? I would say probably, since I'm using a leased tractor, anything to get the job done quicker will help. It's just lazy and not pick up or implement. See, our usage is slower now because we're going over already seeded ground. $70. Then when we get back, we'll have to go fill it up again. This darn thing holds hardly nothing. Now when our soybeans grow right in front of us, our grass will also have a growth state. We'll be able to switch over to the mower and basically get that going. Because once we get enough hay for the new horses, put the rest of the grass in the BGA fermenter and into the BGA to get some cash. Last time I did that, I only got about $30,000, but still, 30 grand is 30 grand. Last money we used, I used, I think, 20 of it to buy some more horses. Horses are just money in the bank at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5 horses. We had 2 to start out with, and then I picked up 3 more after I had some money as a result of selling the grass last time. Selling the silage as a result of the grass. I've got horse helper in, but I did do the 4 that were at 100%. I did those earlier. Did those first thing in the morning. I only did 4. I'll probably leave the 5th one how it is and let the helper do that one. So there's weeds. They're growing in at an infectious rate. This is not a multi-fruit map. Standard crops. Yeah, well, see, now I've started the seeding. And the, is the weeds spread all the way across yet? Now I've started seeding, I don't want to stop. I try to avoid getting this, mixed growth thing going on. Meter is a 3-point, so see, there we've had growth. Growth patterns. Seeding at 5x. Well, Don, there's no money in but to buy another tractor. Doesn't matter how big it is. There's no money. part of the challenge. Let's see, we've had more growth, but not all growth. Indeed. It would be nice to have a second tractor. Send one guy off weeding and just do the seeding. We can do that when we're harvesting because we can. The harvester can do his thing and the tractor can do its thing. Know if they charge you or not. If the horse is already at 100%. What is that? Well, it's probably with one of the time mods. What is it? Turn the time to 0, so no time passes. That's also part of the fun. Is dealing with time management. Now I could have left. I could have not done any work on this field, and then spread the fields out a little more. But then that slows down my income, right? You'd have to cheat the money in because you're not going to have the funds up front, that's for sure. Probably need about $5 million to buy all the land. This is 1.7, 1.4, 1.1, 800. 1.4, so that's 2.8 right there. 3.9, 4.9, $5.8 million plus 800,000 is 6.4. 700,000. There's 7 million. 7 million, 7.5 million or so. Oh well, I could add 10 million with one keystroke. I could just go in here and just do this. This not this one, is it? There, I just hit enter. I get $10 million. Part of doing this is to validate, can you indeed just grind on this and struggle but stay ahead of the game. But that's also the beauty of the game itself, is you can do that. You just want to cheat in 10 million and buy the whole map and put a farm down, and it's up to you. It's cool. I'm not going to judge how you want to play. You don't judge how I want to do it. Well, in 17, I was kind of known to grind things out. I was one of the few crazy people that actually would play 24-day seasons. Trust me, 24-day seasons is a grind. It's 96 game days before you get out of the year. But I proved it was possible to play 24-day seasons, not cheat money, and not run out of money, not lose your shirt. At the end of, what was it, a year and a half? Was it 2 full years? Left the map with like $3 million or something. For me, seasons, 24-day seasons play, I did 24, I did 18, I did 15, I did 12. It's rain. Rain is here. It's more about time management than anything else. Not buying the biggest stuff, because the biggest stuff you can get done too quick. I had like 4, 5, 6 meter width equipment, and if it took me an entire game day to seed one field, then it took an entire game day to seed a field. I also played that at 15 times speed. So a game day took like an hour and a half. it took 2 days to harvest a field, then it just took 2 days. What about the mod contest? You know what? There's not much to update. Deadline is the 6th, which is Saturday. Your guess is as good as mine as when those mods will be available for download. Based on 17 contest, it looked like it took about 4 or 5 days from submission deadline to when I started putting content out. And I probably put content out pretty soon after the stuff was available for download. So I would guess that we would be able to download those mods by the middle of the following week. Of course, Giants has to categorize them all, do whatever they do. So let's just go ahead and go up here and fill up again. But, you know, the game is so customizable that you could, you know, cheat in money, buy the land you want, buy the farms you want, buy the equipment. You know, get all set up, buy your animals, buy bales, buy whatever. Then once you say, okay, now I'm set. Now let's start with, you know, $70,000. You could then go in and just give yourself $70,000. Take the rest of the money away. There you go. Aren't the only people on the island. I mean, we've got the guy at the shop here. Somebody's basically holding down the fort over here at the dock. We've got the guy at the lighthouse. So in 17, I did, in the 24-day churn farm play, Will had you start with probably a dozen fields. You started with a lot of fields. And you started with a decent amount of equipment. So what I did was I kept all the fields, and I sold every piece of equipment that I wasn't going to need for spring. So I kept a couple tractors around. I may have kept one tractor. I may have sold them all and bought one. I kept the cultivator, kept the plow, kept the seeder, and probably a fertilizer spreader. And then basically, once I did all of the cultivating, I sold it. Sold the cultivator. Wasn't going to need that for another 90 game days. Once I got done the seeding, sold that. Wasn't going to need that for another 20-some game days, or 70-some. And then, after I had everything planted, then I basically went and got the mowing equipment. Didn't get any animals until fall. Or probably got cows in summer. Didn't cheat a dime in. Only started with the starting money and whatever I got selling the equipment. Never went in debt. Did a heck of a lot of logging. Logged the heck out of that, man. Because I didn't have anything to do for probably a dozen days in the summer. Hey, Junior, what's up? Yeah, Genesis. We were actually using it earlier on this game. Let's zoom out so the tractor's not as loud. In fact, that's how the seed got up there to the main farm. Is we bought a seed pallet and had it spawn up at the main farm. I didn't buy another pallet because I knew I had that partial pallet down at the shop. To use that up. Got a $1,500. Crossed over to another hour on the tractor. Thankfully it's 6:10. Be able to sell our soybeans soon. Let's take a look here and see what we're going to earn. 643 bushels. 643 times 43.86. So we're going to get about $28,000 off of our soybeans that we have already. It's for anything you buy at the shop. So pallets, bales. It's basically a script that lets you dynamically set the reset point, or the shop point, and the reset point. As we ran the tractor out of fuel, I reset it, and it showed up where I had set the shop point. So we're going to get about $26,000 in cash. Our soybean sale. Can't harvest those soybeans now it's raining. So we're just going to keep that cash in bank. Because like I said at the start of the stream, we try to start returning leased equipment and basically buying stuff. Because our loan is down to $340,000. Our daily loan interest is manageable. It's like $3,000. But our lease costs are eating us alive during the day. So it's a mod called Store Deliveries. Just was released in the Mod Hub today. Store Deliveries lets you do is dynamically set the shop and reset spawn points. So let's say I was seeding this field and I knew I was going to need a pallet of seed. I can go over here to the I could go over here, left Alt, left Shift, left Alt. That's where stuff could spawn. Hit left Shift, left Alt, R. Okay, so left Shift, left Alt. There. If I buy something right now, it should spawn right there. I can set it left shift, left alt, and S. So now it's basically set right there. Anything I buy at any time, regardless of where I am on the map, it's going to spawn right here. Left shift, left alt R resets it back to the shop. So if you're working a field and you need to buy a pallet of something, basically have it spawn right there at the field. Get charged a little bit of money, get a delivery charge. It's a convenience fee. It's 2.5% of the purchase price is the delivery charge. But what I did was the building that's directly in front of us, the little small house, I had set the delivery point to be over there, just as a demonstration. And I reset the tractor. The tractor spawned over there. Like I said, we ran the tractor out of fuel. Hey, Grey Wolf Gaming. What's up? Guys, we're going to finish seeding this little section here, and then we're going to call it for a night. I guess you guys are still interested in watching this map? Watching the struggle? Well, you're late. You're late by 2 hours and 5 minutes. What do you mean they mess up with weather? This would be like showing up to the movies when the 5 minutes before the end credits. Oh, okay. Well, we'll just have to see, huh? Alright, that's where we are going to leave it. Raining, the sun setting. Just going to walk on back up here to the shed. So I hope you guys had a good show. Be back sometime this week doing something. Not really sure. And until next time, happy farming.